This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling Podcast. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Betsy!
Marcy!
Are you ready to be disgusted?
Ugh, I don't know.
I warned you about this.
You did, and for the listeners, I get woozy.
I don't think you're going to get, disgusted like that.
Okay, I'm going to get, heart disgusted.
I hope you don't pass out and die.
I do, too. I don't want to pass out and die.
Have you ever heard of homunculus?
What? I already hate it. No. What is it? Homunculus?
A homunculus.
A homunculus? Like it's a thing?
Yes. It is a representation of a small human being.
Ew, no.
Okay.
Wait, what?
So, do you remember, they look sort of similar to, have you seen, how the mandrake root, if you've seen Pan's Labyrinth?
Okay,
there's a bowl under the bed and it has a mandrake root in it, and it becomes alive.
Yeah, okay.
It's a person. So the idea is that these homunculi look a little like that. So this was popularized in the 16th century alchemy and 19th century fiction, and it's historically referred to as a creation of a miniature, fully formed human.
What?
Uh-huh. And let me tell you.
Wait, okay, keep going.
Okay. So, let me tell you how to make one.
Oh my God, okay.
I'm going to read the Wikipedia, how this guy who made it, what he says.
Okay.
The sperm of a man has to be putrefied by itself.
Ew, putrefied?
In a sealed curcubit for 40 days with the highest degree of putrefaction in a horse's womb.
In a horse's womb? Wait, what? And what's putrefaction?
It's when it gets rotted.
Oh, in a horse's womb?
Or at least so long that it comes to life and moves itself.
Jesus Christ.
It stirs.
No.
Which is easily observed.
No.
After this time, it will look somewhat like a man, but transparent without a body.
Wait, is it in a live horse's womb?
I guess that's where...
then the horse gives birth to it?
So that was in the 1700s.
Oh, so a horse's womb could mean just a pitcher. Like a pitcher you put lemonade in?
What do you think a horse's womb is?
A horse's place where they hold a baby, but why would they?
Yeah, they're just sticking this little creation inside of a horse and then getting it later. It's disgusting. Let me keep going.
Okay.
If after this, it be fed wisely with I can't even read this. So you should feed it with a acronym of human blood and be nourished for up to 40 weeks and be kept in an even heat of the horse's womb.
What?
A living human child grows therefrom, and its members like another child, which is born of a woman but smaller.
What?
So, okay. So what they're saying is they take human sperm and they seal it in, they're saying a curcubit, but a lot of let me tell you, it's on YouTube. You can look this shit up and it's horrifying.
I don't want to do that.
So what I found was a lot of, no offense, Russian gentlemen taking, I assume, their own semen.
Oh, God.
Puncturing a chicken's egg. Inserting with a syringe their own semen.
Modern times?
On YouTube.
Okay.
Yes, recent. Inserting with a syringe their very own semen
No.
into the yolk of an egg.
No.
Then sealing the egg with, thank you.
Yep.
Sealing the egg then
No.
with tape of some kind of surgical
Of
tape.
course.
Putting then the egg inside of a airtight container, which was usually just some kind of leftover takeout Tupperware.
Ew.
Then they would put it inside. This one guy put it inside of a sock hat, like a skull cap.
Oh my God.
And then into a dark closet for 10 days.
Yeah, that's going to be stinky.
And then when he opened it up, there was some kind of thing that moved.
No, I don't believe that.
Okay, well, you can look it up on
I'm
YouTube.
not watching it.
So,
Ew.
Isn't that disgusting?
That's horrifying. I don't like it one bit.
It's very upsetting. And so I think what they were doing was, since they didn't have warm closets, they would just put it in a
horse's womb.
I'm
Like
surprised the
Han
horses
Solo sleeping in thing's
in that
stomach.
snow camel.
Snow camel.
I don't know what it was.
I'm pretty sure that's the name of it in Star Wars.
Snow camel.
Snow camel.
Not a Yeti.
No, but
That's something else. So in 1775, Count Johann
Dracula.
Ferdinand von Kufstein, together with Abbe Goloni, an Italian cleric, are reputed to have created 10 homunculi with the ability to foresee the future.
What?
Which von Kufstein kept in a glass container at his Masonic lodge in Vienna. And there are many dignitaries and stuff are reported to have seen these 10 homunculi who could see the future.
Like, do they wear little clothes and stuff?
I guess they're little nakies.
Wait, and they can foresee the future? But they created them not knowing they could see the future,
No,
right?
they didn't know
It just
that.
happened to be like...
I guess this little hell beast just this
Oh
so
my God.
What's weird about it is, so this is performatism. It was a performationism is what it's called. It's a theory of heredity, claimed that either the egg or the sperm, exactly which was a contentious issue, but contained a complete performed individual called an homunculus. So basically what they thought was inside of an egg or a sperm was actually a person.
Thing.
They didn't understand how conception worked.
Yeah.
So they thought little people lived inside this. And most people thought it was the sperm because they thought like it was the men that created people.
I mean, back then women couldn't do anything.
They were just horses' wombs.
They were just horses' wombs. So
they thought that these little men just lived inside semen. So
that's wild.
So then we have that's basically the spermist theory, which held the belief that the sperm was in fact the little man placed inside a woman to grow a child. And it really seemed to explain everything for them. So anyway, but now people are literally doing this. And I saw one that was an ostrich egg. And it was hard to tell what it was, but there were a few where you're like, that's a little thing. And then but it looked like it could just be like some kind of disgusting germ that grew and grew.
Yeah. Because I feel like
it's so gross.
Bacteria or something like
that would like move and wriggle.
Like a plant grows or like
people are doing this experiment to date.
I hate that.
Hey, if any listener has made a
let
homunculus,
us know.
Please
let us know.
Send us an email to funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Yeah, please let us know if you've done this.
You pervert. I just want to know, like, the guy I saw doing it was handling the egg and the sperm. The sperm was in like a surgical syringe. But then like, it was just so gross. I didn't like it.
Yeah, that's okay. It's a fucked up thing.
But I am interested in this idea of pudding of like this little human hybrid. It's disgusting. I don't think it's real. But if you've seen a homunculus, let us know.
Do you think those little ones that Von Doo-Doo guy created who could see the future?
Ferdinand von Kofstein?
That's my man. That's my man right there. Do you think they saw in the future, like, hey, there's going to be this thing called television. And on television, there's going to be a channel called Food Network.
You think they saw Guy Fieri in the future?
I think they saw Guy Fieri in the future.
Hey, I'm Guy Fieri.
This is killer, dude.
Hey, you guys want to wrap a waffle up like it's a burrito, deep fry it, and then stick it in my mouth?
Yeah, I think that's all they foresaw. Nothing else. No wars, no catastrophes, just Guy Fieri. They're like, I see flames on sunglasses.
Everywhere. Flames on all the paraphernalia. Well, I hope you're disgusted.
I'm terrified. That really grosses me out. And that people are still doing it right now.
Oh, I bet there's a
As we're
13-year-old
talking.
listening right now who's going to take his little wiener. That's all I can say.
That's it.
That's all I can say.
That's
But
all you can say.
please
Ew!
don't.
What are those called again?
Homunculus.
Homunculus.
I heard about it, then I was like, I gotta look this up and tell Betsy about it.
A homunculus sounds like more of like a very hunky,
Ooh.
like a hunky dog named Hercules. Homunculus. You know, like a cartoon dog.
But all your boyfriends have been dogs, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, like that hunky dog in a Goofy movie who's like the jock kid. I think he sings like one line. You don't know that part?
I'm...
Weird. Okay, well,
That was it.
that's all I got.
We want to welcome to the show
Oh, yeah.
a very big presence in the room. You've seen him on episodes. Curb Your Enthusiasm. Humphrey Ker.
Hello.
Did I pronounce last?
You did. You pronounced it perfectly.
I do sometimes want to say Kerr, but because that's how it's spelled.
That's how it's spelled.
For this side of the pond, at least.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
People, same thing at home. Also, my name's spelled K-E-R, and quite often when I write it on forms, I hand the form back to like the DMV person or whatever, and they just pop another R on the end.
What, another
For me.
one?
Yeah.
They're
I'm
like,
like, oh,
you
no, no,
did
no,
it wrong.
I-
Why would they think?
How dare they?
Wait,
That's presumptuous.
that happens here
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
LA DMV?
It
That's
has to happen
bold.
before because people are like, people at early DMV are like, oh, Deborah Kerr.
But also,
They
they're
love
big
Deborah.
Deborah
They're
Kerr
big
fans.
Deborah Kerr fans.
But that's so weird because usually they don't give a shit about anything else. So why would they take that time?
When that happened to me, simultaneously, or it was 30 seconds after that, a man wearing just like tidy-whitey underpants and banging a Tide, like an empty Tide
Yeah,
container.
my dad.
Yeah.
Marcy's dad.
Yeah, Mr.
Daryl.
Mr. Jarrow came in, and he had been queuing, banging his thing like on the line next to me, and he got to the front, and the lady behind the thing said name, and he said, "Oh no, what's her name? God damn it, I'm ruining this story. We might need to re-edit this. It's such a good."
It's such a good story.
What's the name of that? The little girl that went missing years ago, like 3 names.
John Benet Ramsey.
John Benet Ramsey.
Whoa,
She
he
didn't go
said
missing.
Shit it.
They found her in the dryer.
Right.
the dryer.
They found her pretty
This
soon
guy-
in the dryer.
This guy, I've torn the arse out of this story, but this guy like screamed, John Benet Ramsey. And the lady behind the thing went, okay, and just typed it in. And I
Oh
was like, they
my
don't care about
God.
names
And he
here.
got a license and he's now driving a shopping cart.
Yeah. He is now the Minister for Shopping Carts.
That's where you get your minister license.
Yeah.
Minister's license.
Oh my God.
Also, just so everyone knows, John Benet Ramsey wasn't missing for long.
Yes,
In
sorry.
fact, probably never at all because her parents knew exactly where they put her body.
Controversial
Boom,
hot take, hot take.
shakalaka.
I don't think it's that much of a hot take.
Boom.
I think people, Patty Ramsey, R.I.P. I
She
think
knew some stuff.
they all knew. They were like,
They still know some
what they did. They did a thing that people do, which is they were like, they went to their neighbor's house and were like, we can't find our child. Go look in the basement in the dryer.
Yeah.
And then the neighbor found the body.
Oh, really?
But they like kind of.
It wasn't in the dryer.
I think it was in the
it
dryer.
was just in the, it was on the floor.
Or was somewhere curled up, right? It was like somewhere in the basement, like in like a spot, like hidden away.
And-
But they like kind of ushered him towards it.
Yeah, they never called the cops.
From out of that body, did a ghost appear? Question mark.
Oh,
on topic.
Actually,
that's good. That's
on
good.
topic.
Actually,
John Bonet never dead. Just Katy Perry, right? That's
oh yeah, Katy Perry is John Benet Ramsey.
that's a fun
a theory.
Hollywood theory.
Is it?
Yeah, the
Isn't
Love
that
a fun
funny?
Hollywood.
But yes, you're right. You're trying to get us on topic.
I
Thank
know.
you.
I'm just,
That's
So-
good. That's smart.
I wasn't sure if that's where we were going.
Yeah, we are. We're always going to. You know me, Humphrey. Where am I going? Towards ghosts.
To go towards ghosts.
Yes.
Yes, all the time.
So tell us, what do you think of the paranormal? Like, what are your beliefs? Where do you fall in that? Like,
I fall on the. So I essentially am someone who is during the daytime. I don't think ghosts are real. I think it's all very silly.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
bunch.
yeah.
It's a bunch of hoo-ha and guff. If I can use a word like that on your
We're
podcast.
gonna bleep it out, but
Sure. Good.
okay,
Fair
man.
enough. But
this America, dude.
yes, I am so sorry. But so just a couple of things have happened to me in my life where I have been genuinely, legitimately terrified and convinced that something weird is going on. And in one of those instances, something definitely weird wasn't going on, and one of them has not been substantiated that it wasn't.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you want to tell us the one where nothing weird was happening?
Yeah.
That sounds. I hope our listeners are very excited for something that is not paranormal and it wasn't weird at all.
Okay, but the setting is what makes it good.
Okay.
So
Great.
I once, many years ago, get ready for this sentence. I slept in a bed that Queen Victoria had slept in sometimes before. Same bed, different sheets.
But everybody in the UK does that,
Well,
right?
this is the thing. Like so in the UK, everything is old. There are a lot of very old houses, a lot of very old, like still inhabited places,
And they ran out of space, so.
yeah, exactly. And a lot of stuff is built on top of other things, and all the classic hallmarks
Yeah.
of here be spirits.
No
whatever.
Indian burial grounds, though.
We do, well, there probably are Indian, the subcontinent or the country, India. There are probably loads of Indian people that came to work.
Right, but not like in America,
Forced to work.
everything's on top of
Yeah.
an Indian burial ground.
Yes, exactly. There are lots of plague pits. We've got those.
What's a plague pit?
That's
Ooh,
gross.
That's a good one. So,
It's where they just threw bodies?
Yeah.
so that
from
when
the
so many
plague and
people would
shit.
die at the same time, they dig these huge mass graves and throw all the bodies in there.
The only thing I know about that is that in Louisiana, where I'm from, in New Orleans, they would just stack the bodies on the street and then they would basically do
Just
like a
light 'em on
human chain
fire.
and throw them into the river.
Oh my God.
God.
Classic.
Yikes.
But like 10 people high, they would like pile them up.
Yeah.
Well, Edinburgh is built on. There's loads of. Edinburgh is built. Old Town in Edinburgh is built on Old Town, so it's raised up, and you can go through these various
I
entrances.
did a
and gates.
tour.
Right. Yeah.
I did a witch tour down there where
Ooh.
it
I've
was
done
like
a lot
through
of those.
these tunnels and shit, and it was scary. And I poked my mom in the eye, and she slapped me because I was doing a bit. I was being dumb and doing
I did
a
the
bit.
training to become one of those ghost tour guys. Yeah. And I never actually did it.
What made
You
you
did-
stop?
They
I
fired
went down
you?
there a bunch of times, and I was like, I don't like it down here.
Yeah, yep,
It's
fair enough.
really dark and
It's
scary.
scary.
Also, you had to rotate, so one like bozo had to jump out from behind like a pillar at the end of each tour and be like, "Ugh!"
Oh,
I was
and you
like,
did
I don't
not
wanna
want to be that
guy.
bozer.
Yeah,
Bozer?
Yeah.
Bozo.
bozo or bozo.
So you
Either one.
slept in.
So I slept in Queen Victoria's bed in this very old room. In
Was
this
it
place called-
comfy?
It was very comfy.
Okay, good.
This place
She's a
called
queen.
Fleur's Castle in Scotland.
Surely,
It's on the
though, it
Scottish
wasn't
borders.
the actual mattress. You
I
got to
don't know.
change
I
those
don't
every
know.
10 years.
I mean, you should theoretically, but they might have been like
Yeah.
the Queen.
It could have been
the
like
Queen
dodo
sweated into this thing.
feathers, like
Yeah, some
Yeah.
extinct.
ooh, some extinct animal feathers.
They're like, we have
in
some
there.
Siberian tiger fur.
Yeah, you gotta sleep
It
on
not
that.
only could have been that, it probably was.
Yeah.
Right? Just
Yes,
for the
yes,
purposes
yes,
of this story. And it was, I was staying at this place, Fleur's Castle. They're having a big party there, loads of people, and staying in different rooms. And I happened to be allotted Queen Victoria's bedroom. And it was, from the moment it was like something out of I don't know, like a Goosebumps novel. It was like a heavily over-the-top design. Like the art design on this room was not subtle. It was like, this is a scary room. We want people watching this to be like, oh man, I don't want to sleep in there. And a lot of like sort of
She didn't want anyone calling dibs on her room.
Yes, exactly. Well, again, I think they left it much as it had been. And so it had this like weird, you know, whenever you go to like haunted houses or whatever and they try and recreate like Jack the Ripper's bedroom.
Yeah.
It looks nothing like what Jack the Ripper's bedroom would have been because it's like what they can find now that is left over from them, and it's had 120 years to get ratty.
Yes,
and
that's
shitty.
true. Usually it was colorful and not
it probably
faded
was
and
less.
So this was
weird.
like intricately carved, beautiful tapestries. And
Just anything that like flickering firelight could catch and then strike a scary shadow
Yes,
onto
a
the
big
wall.
one.
They were like,
Yeah.
great, yeah. This looks like a weird eagle eating a baby. Done.
perfect.
And
your family crest, yes.
yes,
Queen Victoria loves
yeah.
that.
She was all about that.
Yeah, she's like, I can only go to sleep if I
she
see
used
an
to
eagle eating a baby.
toss babies off the battlements of Balmoral and watch eagles swoop
Hell
in and
yeah,
eat them.
dude, she's queen.
Have you seen Mrs. Brown? It's a great movie. I'm a slightly overactive imagination. I was already like geared up to be like, ooh, this room's weird and spooky. Anyway, in the middle of the night, somebody else climbed onto the bed, and I went into full on like, oh my God, this is it. I don't know why Queen Victoria comes back from the dead and eats people who are in this bed. She only slept in it once, but I guess this is where her vengeful spirit resides.
Yeah.
And she didn't. It wasn't her. It was a nice lady called Alice who was looking for somewhere to sleep. Not interested
Wait,
in me.
who's Alice?
She was called Alice. No, it wasn't Alice. It was her sister, Lucy. Lucy Sheffield.
A real person?
A real person who, incidentally, also, sadly, this is not a cool story, was not looking for me specifically. She was like, this is a big bed. That guy's over there. He'll be fine.
We'll
She's
be
drunk?
fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we were all pretty drunk.
Okay.
That also
She's like,
features-
there's a tree I'd like to climb, and then she went for it.
I would that I were that tree. No, she was like, there is
Lucy.
a field in which I can plant myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that
Field
wasn't,
was
you
the
thought it was a
So that
ghost,
was this,
and it
that
was just
my,
a horny
that was
drunk.
my low intensity ghost story.
Did you
in which
wake up
nothing
in the
ghosty
morning
happened.
being like, if you're in this bed and I'm in this bed, ooh, we did it? Did you do that at all?
No, because I woke up and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Wait,
like, what the-
yes.
So your ghost
hi.
story is that you got friend zoned.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the scariest thing that could happen to a man.
A phantom friend zone. Yeah. I didn't even know that I'd wandered into a friend zone, but I had.
This
Yeah.
friend zone's been dead for 10 years.
Yeah. Yes, no one has been seen in this friend zone.
Okay.
And actually, when I woke up the next morning, there was another person in our bed as well.
What? Okay, so
I
this
think
is about-
I think
Big
they
bed.
had ended up making out.
Okay, so this is,
That's
okay.
hilarious.
That's sad, Humphrey.
It was, in a way, the most ghostly thing about it was my masculinity. It was not there.
I almost broke my headset laughing at that.
Yeah, it was a firm like, what I love about that as well is that they were like, we need to go somewhere and do it. Oh, there's a guy in here. Oh, don't worry about
cares?
him.
he's barely a person.
Barely registers. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was my first
totally
one.
explainable. You were in college.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, yeah. I think I was 18 at the time.
Are you
18,
at
19.
uni, right? Yes.
Yes, very
I
good.
got it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, who hasn't woken up in the bed next to other people doing it?
Yeah.
Betsy?
Anyone?
I've been underneath a coffee table and two people on a couch.
Wait, what happened?
Were you sleeping under the coffee table? Were you?
Yeah, I was asleep. I was passed out, and then I woke up.
And two
I'm
people were on the couch
people are
doing
it. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Do it, y'all. Okay. Great. So tell us the other ghost
Okay, so
story.
the other one. This is the one that I've never quite been able to explain, and it's like all these best stories. You could pull this apart in any way, but I know what I saw, or at least I think I know what I saw.
Yeah.
So this is another instance of staying in a super old house. My mum and dad are
Call it what it
friends
is.
with a bunch of people. It's called Stoll Park.
It's a castle, though, right?
Stoll Park is not a castle. Fleur's the first one was
Okay,
a castle.
okay.
This is a house that was built in like 1603.
Jesus Christ.
And it is old. And
What makes a castle then?
some are called castle, but also some are crenellated. So Stoll is like a Downton Abbey. When you look at that, that's not a castle.
Okay.
That's like a big
It's-
house. It's
yeah.
a stately
okay.
home.
Not a manor,
But
though.
other places, although Fleurs, funnily
estate.
enough, isn't really a castle. They just call it a castle.
Okay.
If guys, tune into my podcast, Castle Chat. I will break all of this down.
Every episode is 8 hours long.
Red hot crenellations talk. Top 10 portcullises of the week. Yes. So this place, Stole, is beautiful and amazing, but old, like proper old. Fleurs, they renovated the inside. It looks kind of quite not modern, but it's not. You're not like you don't expect a bat to like fly out of a window. And Stole is old. Like all of it is old oak paneling. And when we got there, this may speak to the power of suggestion as well. When I got there, my friends, so my dad's friends' kids, who are my friends as well, everyone's friends. I've got friends, guys.
All right, man.
Okay, sure.
We believe it.
Yeah. No one wants to fuck you, but you got friends.
Yeah. As you know, I'm the master of the friend zone. So they were like, "Oh, you're going in the room at the end of the corridor tonight," and I was like, "What's that?" I was probably, I think, 12 at this stage. So
But definitely you were
most susceptible.
Were you already 6'5"?
I was probably 6 foot at that stage. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm 6'7" now.
I want to let her. He's a giant, a literal giant.
Literal giant.
A couple
I'm just
more
actually
inches.
a quarter of an inch below a legal giant
Whoa.
in
Well,
the UK. I don't know what it is.
Maybe
here.
you do yoga.
Maybe.
Yes, stretch it
out.
Maybe. Stretch that mother out. That's my spine I'm referring to.
Your mother's spine, yeah. Mommy. Okay, so
And anyway, they were like, "Oh, you're in the room at the end of the corridor," and I think it was called like it had something like the Red Room or the Brown, but the Red Room is that famous ghost story, so I
Yeah.
don't think it was called the Red Room, but it had the Brown Room or the Red Room or something like that. Anyway, we we got there in the afternoon, and slowly over the course of the day, I got more and more like, I don't want to stay in this room. This room, everyone's talking about it, and I went up and looked at it, and it was this like full on like oak paneling. It had a fireplace, like an active fireplace, and it was covered in like animal heads.
No, they're putting
On,
you
like-
in that room?
Yeah, and I think part of it was for the fun because everyone's like, "Oh, that room is." Everyone knows that room is
your
haunted.
family was trying to fuck with you then.
Yeah,
Okay.
because also they live in that house, so I assume they're like, there aren't any ghosts in this house. We
Yeah.
you know, they to them at least, it's lost its veneer of terror. And anyway, I got in there and I went to bed. I was a real little dweeb, age 12. Was red hot for reading like Red Wall, but any book about
were
like anthropomorphized animals.
yeah.
did magic or anything like
Yeah,
that.
You were friend zoning yourself, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, at this day, I shouldn't have been that sexually active, age 12, but already you could sense
But it wasn't going
going to
to
get better.
There's going to be about a 15-year
Yeah.
gap before it happens,
I had
right?
to wait until I met my wife. And
He was a virgin when he was married.
yeah, for sure. Why not? Let's say that. Talking about having a
Whatever,
Christian
man.
is good in Hollywood. Let's say I was. Anyway, it's that classic thing of I'm reading my book, and there's this one like fox's head up on the wall that is like has been stuffed in that like snarl. You know, it's like
Yep.
and it's up on a wall, like often, you know, as I'm lying in bed and I look out, it's up on the sort of left-hand wall and it's looking straight out, as is traditional for those sorts of things. And I'm reading my book and I start to get that feeling that it may be entirely self-induced of there's someone or something else in this room. Like I someone's watching me, something is looking at me. You know, that like that sense, you know, they supposedly trained American airmen who bailed out in Vietnam. Never look if someone is searching for you in the jungle. If you're aware that there's like a patrol of people looking for you, don't look at them.
Because
Look at the ground.
they can feel you.
I think the feeling is they can see like your, like your eyes stick
If you're
out. or
on,
whatever.
because you would be camouflaged.
Yeah, but there's also like, I don't know, some people think that there's, you know, we all feel like we
There's
can
a
tell there's
vibe
someone
or
looking
something,
at us.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm getting this feeling gangbusters. And I look up from my book about talking moles or whatever it was. I was reading.
Cute.
And I look over and the fox's head is now no longer looking straight ahead. I'm convinced he's turned and is looking at me
And
in
looking at
bed.
you.
And I fucking freeze because I'm like, that was definitely. I'm sure that was looking in a different direction.
Oh
It's now
my
looking at me.
God.
And, why would it be doing that unless it was a malevolent spirit or a practical joke? And either way, I don't care for it. It's
not funny.
I ended up, I stayed there for a while, and I was like, it was looking somewhere else. It was doing something else. And eventually, I just, in like one fluid moment, like sprang from my bed, wearing pajamas, of course, because this is a 12-year-old boy. Even though I was 6 foot, they were too small for me, but I was in them. And I ran like down the corridor and got into my mum and dad's bed and like slept in their bed for the rest of the night.
And you're much bigger than both your parents at this age, right?
Well, I was about the same height as my dad,
Okay.
and he had maybe 180 pounds on me. He's a big guy. But yeah, so I slept in their bed for the rest of the night, and I still to this day am like, I don't know.
You don't like that room?
I don't care for it. I wouldn't go back in it again.
That's
I mean, that is one
horrifying.
of those things that, like, I know that when you're falling asleep, that sometimes your brain will play tricks on you.
Yeah.
But sometimes foxes turn and look at you too.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe. Dead foxes may turn their heads and look at you.
So,
I used to have that in church. I was raised Catholic, and I would go to church, and I would always look at the crucifix, and I would always be like, "No, Jesus's head was leaning on the other shoulder."
Yeah,
the last
he's
time I
moving
was,
around.
yeah, I was like, "He's fucking moving, man." I always had that.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's creepy.
That was a creepy one. And then very quickly, I spoke to my dad today.
Yeah.
He went to a funeral yesterday. And the funeral was for a lady whose husband was super ill as well. They were like, he was supposed to have died on Saturday. They were like, we thought he was going to die on Saturday, blah, blah, blah. My dad went to this funeral, again, at a great big house in somewhere in England. And when he was leaving, he let his dog out of the car. And he said she was snuffling around and suddenly stopped and looked toward the house. And then he heard a lot of howling from the house of other dogs howling. And he was like, that's weird. And he got in the car and he got a call like 3 minutes later. And they're like, David died.
so the dogs are like
Oh
sending
my
a call.
God.
Yeah.
Oh
Kind of.
my God.
Like,
Yeah.
and he was, and my dad is quite like conservative and stuffy. And he was like, it was weird. It's rather spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my bonus ghost story.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I
good.
like that. Let's get your dad on.
Yeah.
I bet
I'll
he
let
has
you
a
know when
bunch,
he's
huh?
here. He's got loads. Well, I told you that one before that my grandfather said, and you were like, that one. I've heard that before.
No. I meant that's what I wanted you to tell.
That's what you need to tell me here.
It's
Way better than the ones I told.
Tell
but-
it.
Okay.
let's
It's not
tell
super
it.
long, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say it really quickly. So my grandfather swears blind. He was told this story by the man it happened to, who his name I now can't remember, but was some Irish aristocrat. And he said that when he was a child, he woke up one night in the middle of the night, and he lived in this, again, a huge, great big country house with a long like drive up to like some gates with gravel all the way up. And he said one night he woke up middle of the night, and for some reason he just was like, I'm going to go and look out the window. It's like in the middle of the summer, very bright, low, fat moon. And he sees this carriage coming up the thing. And bear in mind, this would have been probably 1920 when this happened. So this carriage comes thing, not such a remarkable thing that like a coach and four are coming up the drive. And as it gets closer and closer, he's like, they're all black horses, all black. It's like an undertaker's carriage. And it pulls up, sweeps around to the front of the house, and he's looking down this thing, and he's 10, 11 years old this time. And this man who's sitting up on the front of the thing suddenly looks up at his window, and he's got a very white face. And he says, there's room for one more inside.
No.
And the guy jumps into bed, shuts the curtains, covers his, and wakes up the next day, tells everybody about it. And they're like, this is ridiculous. There's no man coming along here in a carriage. Like, why on earth are you doing that? Then, he swears blind. About 30 years later, he's in Rome after the war, in the Hotel Bristol in Rome, which is a big fancy hotel. And he leaves his room, goes to the elevator, lift for the people in the UK that are listening, your big overseas contingent. And the thing opens, and the lift door opens, the elevator door opens, and there's a bunch of people inside, and there's a old-fashioned lift operator in like one of those little pillbox hats. And he turns and looks at him, and he's like, it's the same man I saw on the box.
No.
When he was young. And the guy says, there's room for one more inside. And he's like, I'll take the stairs. And he goes to take the stairs. Here's a terrible crash. And this elevator has fallen and everybody inside it has died.
Ew!
And when they opened it up, there's no
dude?
There's no bellboy.
Wait, you didn't tell me
Did
this
I
story.
tell you this one?
No, you told me another one.
This features, and there's a movie called Dead of Night.
Okay.
Which has this story in it. It's it's a portmanteau, like Ealing portmanteau horror film for the 1950s. And they do this whole story. And my brother-in-law was like, that was on Dead of Night. And my dad was like, yeah, they took that story and turned it into a movie.
I was about to say, I was like,
God.
I've heard this story before, but that's why. That's
awesome.
Yeah.
Ew,
That's very cool.
that's so creepy.
Yeah, and this guy who said it was like, who told the story to my grandfather was like a soldier. He ended up being like the British High Commissioner for Europe or whatever. I don't know, like some very grown-up guy.
Yeah.
And he swore blind that it happened to him. So,
That's quite.
That's a
He
good
had
one.
no reason
That's a
to
really
make
good
up.
one.
That's much better than my story.
No, I
That's
like
so
them all.
good.
I like them all. I just, I swear I even know like another one about you staying in a castle somewhere, or maybe someone else in your family.
Maybe.
All right. Can you stick around and listen to a ghost story?
Yeah.
Okay.
What happens if I say no?
We'll listen to it. Goodbye.
I'm staying.
I'm going to stay all day and listen to ghost stories.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm doing when I'm not doing this podcast?
The same thing.
I'm listening to ghost stories, which is absolutely true. Okay.
So my grandmother had 20 kids, meaning I have, an abundance of aunts and uncles. She was supposed to have 21, unfortunately. This was back in the day. She lived in Mexico, and back in that time, they didn't have hospitals readily available. So something went wrong, and she unfortunately lost a baby, and it was supposed to be a little girl. So to this day, in my grandma's home, there is a part of the attic that's closed off, sealed off from everyone. The door is locked at all times, and there's a chain around it. I don't know why there's a chain around it, but it gave off bad vibes. But one day when we were kids and I was just messing around and I had my cousins with me, we all wanted to see what it was like up there. So we did what any normal, curious kids would do and stole from my grandma. We took the keys.
I get it.
And I don't know where we got the chain cutters, but we found them.
Whoa.
And
Cutters?
we busted down the chains and then we opened the door and we were expecting like something like straight out of a horror movie, right? But it wasn't like that at all. It was just this little tiny delicate room set up for a little girl.
That's
and
horrifying.
we immediately
That is like
felt
something out of a
sad
horror film.
because
Yeah,
every
that's exactly
part
out of a
house,
horror
everything
film.
else
The
was just,
Changeling.
Well, they got sad.
Boys' room, things that people go through, and it's not really elegant looking at all. But I think my grandma never really got over the pain of loss.
Oh, so she decorated
So she
her
just
room.
set up this room for her.
Oh, that's really
And like her name was engraved on the bed and everything.
I got chills.
And we thought it was sweet and cute. So we just stayed there and like chilled there for a good long while. But
kids.
it was never, it never felt like a malevolent place. It wasn't scary. We didn't feel bad for being there. We just felt peaceful in there.
Huh.
Come to find out, we weren't supposed to be in there, and we knew we weren't supposed to be in there. Ergo, the locked door and the chains.
Yeah, that's a big
So
indicator.
we immediately ran outside when we heard the car pull up. We knew Grandma was home, and we knew if she caught us in there, we were all dead. So what we did was we locked the door, but we didn't know what to do about the chains because the chains were on the floor. Oh. So we ran downstairs and was like, okay, we better get ready for this ass whooping. It's about to happen. I accepted it. I knew it was coming. My cousin did not. She ran to her room and locked the door. She fled for her life.
Sounds like
Meanwhile,
she knew.
I'm like, it's coming. Might as well take it. She walks in. She looks up. She saw that we had gone upstairs. So she walks up the steps, comes back down, looks at me, and she's like, okay, let's get ready for dinner. And then I looked at my cousins with confusion. I was like, wait, what just happened? And while Grandma was making dinner, we go up upstairs, and the chains were just back there, already set up, like nothing had happened.
Good one.
Okay, then it wasn't creepy or anything.
Yes, it is.
questioned
That's
whether or not we were in there or
Creepy,
not.
man.
That's the creepy part of this.
You
That's-
question whether
that's
you were
what
in it
threw
or
us for a
not?
loop
No,
for a
this is
second.
nuts.
Wait. I think his friend's going to ask a
That's
question.
the end.
No, his friend's ask. No, it's not the end. Wait,
I'm gonna ask a question.
Yeah.
So she didn't know. Your grandma didn't know.
No, like my grandma didn't know. That's the thing that
So the chain just did it by its.
we don't know. To this day we don't know if we were in there or not. Like we question whether or not we went in there. I'm pretty sure we did because it wasn't just me. If it was one person who thought, "Oh, maybe I did it, maybe it happened, maybe it didn't," fine, whatever. You know, your mind sometimes plays tricks on you. But when 5 kids were in there and we all have the same memory of it, like I'm pretty sure it happened. But Grandma knew that we were up there because there was dust on the steps, so she could clearly see our footprints.
Oh my god!
On the steps.
That dusty.
So in her mind, I'm thinking,
the
oh,
attic,
they
I
probably
guess.
went up there and maybe they opened the door, maybe not. Maybe they were just messing around the house. Had she had seen the chains on the floor and the door opened, yes, of course, we would have been dead meat. But that's not how it went down. The chains were just back hooked up on the door from side to side of the wall. And it was like nothing had ever happened.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah.
To unpack from that.
Yeah, especially like I love a shared experience ghost
Yes.
story.
Oh well, I mean that it's great. You got corroborating evidence.
Yes, yeah. You don't look like a Looney Tune.
Well, yeah, because like anyone can be like, "Well, you're crazy."
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's harder to say you 5 kids are crazy.
That's wild. Even the idea of like, I don't know if we were actually in there or not
Yeah.
is so weird.
Yeah, because even if like there's 2 options: one, the chains rechained themselves, or 2, they all had a shared hallucination.
Yeah.
Or even a third possibility that there's some kind of jump in time or of some sort. Like there's some
Yeah.
kind of like skip.
Or they fell into an alternate dimension.
Exactly.
Oh.
Like
Could be.
were
Or
they,
they just were just watching a movie.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe they were
And they just
watching
remember
a
the
movie.
Changeling. And they're like, oh, we were just watching the Changeling.
That's all that happened.
That has a creepy little kid room in an attic.
Oh, I don't.
That is great. What a great setting. The creepy. I
That's
loved all that.
so good.
The changeling or just the
No,
story?
just I loved in this
the
story.
little
that, like,
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my-
really sad.
That's
20
so
kids
sad.
is a lot.
I know,
lot of
and
kids.
for 20 out of 21 to survive, that's great.
Yeah.
Right?
Good loins.
Dynamite womb.
Yeah,
That is a dynamite womb. Well done,
The
Grandma.
20th kid really blew it out for the 21st one. That's bad. That's a bad thing to say. That's a terrible. That's a bad
Where
thing
did
to
you
say.
find this story from, by the way?
I have people sending them to me.
Oh,
you know,
that's cool.
anyone I run into, I'm like, do you know anyone? And everybody
Everyone
knows someone.
Everybody
with a ghost
knows
story.
somebody with a
Yeah.
ghost story.
Yeah.
I just repeated what you said. That's a good one.
Brand
Ooh.
reinforcement. Yeah, that was a good one. And a great third act.
I feel good about it.
I feel great about it.
Well, Humphrey, thank you so much for being
Thank
with
you
us today.
so
To
much.
peel back the veils of the netherworld.
In the scariest recording studio ever. No, it's very nice in here.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Oh my God, what a pleasure.
All right.
An honor.
Can't wait to listen to your Castle podcast.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
What's it called?
Castle Pod.
Castle Pod.
Castle pod.
Podcullis. The castle pod. Portcullis is a part of castles.
Oh, what
Well,
part?
you're teaching us shit already. All right, thanks, Humphrey.
Thank you.
That was great.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants.
That was a headgum podcast.